As I was walking down the street one. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
No threat to our hotel, especially when the hotel got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our hotel, especially when the hotel got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the after party. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I could use that constructive criticism, or let me know what you think about the topics that we talk about. You want to donate to the channel? $Canon Hotep on Cash App. $Canon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats. Kick subscriptions, always welcome. Shout out to Philly Greg with the one gifted sub. I appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. Every little bit goes back into the channel because despite what HJ tells you guys, I am broke. Oh, man. So, got a good show for y'all tonight. But first, Glam, you in the building? I need you to call in. We about to talk about this Ashlee Janae thing, yo. I need your undivided attention for a minute. What's up, Heather Hartman in the building? I need you to call in, Glam. You down to call in, Glam? Is you down to call in? I'll throw the number in the chat if you can call in. If not, I'm gonna go solo dolo on this for a minute. We both broke. I'm about to be eating beans and hot dogs and shit. All right, cool. I'm about to put the number in the chat real quick. Just Glam, people. Just Glam. I just put the. There you go. I just put it in the chat. There you go. It's in there now. Go ahead and call in, Glenn. Go ahead and call in real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, Glenn. Hold on. Turn that off. Boom. There we go. What's this? All right. What's up, Glenn? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yep. There we go.
Here.
What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Look, check it.
Hi, Cannon.
What's the deal?
What's up?
So, all right. What do you think? I want to know what your initial suspicions are when it comes to this Ashlee Janae situation.
Well, my background is I've worked with a lot of influencers in beauty and fashion, so I know some of these girls who know some of these girls. That's why when we talk about the influencers and the video girls, I be knowing these things because I know them. Like I've had to negotiate brand contracts. I work in brand partnerships and stuff for beauty companies. Anyway, and what I do know about a lot of these beauty girls and these influencers is that they're all connected to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all know each other. They all hang out. They all, go to the same people to do the same hair and stuff. So it's really small circle. So like there's a couple of influencers that I follow who also follow her, and they all kind of run the same gamut. So it's like, I think it's like sex trafficking. I can't fully 100% say because none of the influencers I've ever worked with have told me they do like sex trafficking. But I mean, of course I have my suspicions. I can't say it's not sex trafficking, sex workerish, but they all do the same thing. And they're like, they all run together. They all date the same type of rapper. All the Jada Waiters, like they all have the same type of prototype of a woman. So I think that something happened. I think that maybe it possibly could have been like an accident because like reading a lot of the posts on like Reddit, and I think I saw something on Lipstick Alley where people were talking about how they fought a lot. Like they would get into it and he would like make up with something really expensive. And then like they would just like go back and forth like that. So I think maybe something happened and he accidentally killed her. That's like kind of where I'm at.
I'm kind of where you are right now. So I'm going to read this, right? So I was doing a little bit of digging, right? Because so it was alleged that they found she was hanged or whatever people was trying to say, that they were engaged for a couple of days. So this is what I found out. So her name is Ashlee Robinson. They know her as Ashlee Janae. She was in, I guess she died in, I didn't know it was in Tanzania. She died in Zanzibar, Tanzania, right? They said they found her unconscious. So they didn't find her hung. They found her unconscious with a belt around her neck, right? So I heard the belt around her neck. Immediately I went to some kinky shit. He was busting that back down, pause. And that shit got good, and her ass was fucking going out, and this nigga couldn't stop before he busted his nut, and by the time he busted his nut, her ass was fucking unresponsive. That's where I'm at right now with it. That's where I'm at. Occam's razor, right? Sometimes the simplest solution is the best answer, and that's what it sounded like. So, that's what the authorities in Zanzibar said, that she was found unconscious with a belt around her neck. So that's and I feel like too much apex, right? And I feel like if he doesn't have any defensive wounds on him, right? If he doesn't have any defensive wounds on him, I think more than likely that, like you just said, it was an accidental death. They was getting nasty. And she went the way. What's the dude from Kill Bill? He was jerking off and fucking killed himself with the belt. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Dude from Kung Fu Theater and shit. And that's what happened. And then he was like, oh shit. And then he came up with he's like, I'm a fucking white man who just killed a black woman in Africa. Nobody's gonna believe this story. Nobody's gonna believe this story. Right? So I think he came up with that dumbass. She tried to hang herself. And it's like, come on, y'all just got engaged. They said that she was in great spirits before she left for the trip. She should have been on cloud 9, right? What's up, Montoya? She should have been on cloud 9. And all of a sudden she just decides to fucking kill herself. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, it don't make
That doesn't
sense.
add up.
No, I was like, either, like Unc said, he was into some dirty shit, and somebody, he walked back in the room with a bucket of ice and some champagne, and her ass was fucking gagged with somebody with a gun to her head or some shit. You know what I mean? But then when I saw the belt around her neck, I was like, she died fucking. She died fucking. And that's where I'm at with. But I want to follow this case, and I hope they, this thing it keeps going, right? Because you got a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think it might have just legitimately been a mistake, because I would look like, and I don't like to jump to conclusions. That's just my speculation, and the reason why is because you remember the one story. What was the girl? What was her name? Let me see. I got it somewhere around here. Remember, like a couple of months ago. Here we go, right here. Social media, like the TikTok influencer was falsely blaming that one guy for killing his white wife. It was the black guy that they said killed his white wife, and then come to find out that wasn't even the case. So like,
oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, he didn't even. He was asking if to help find my wife. They're like, he fucking did it. They had already convicted him before they even found her body, and then come to find out he ain't do shit. And then everybody had to backtrack and apologize. So I'm like, all right, let's not do that. Because that's exactly what the fuck HJ was on tonight. It's a white man. He's a killer. He's going to kill you, girl. And I'm like, yo, let's fall back on that. But at the same time, I did a story a couple of years ago about this girl. Do you remember Lauren Smith Fields? Did that name ring a bell to you?
No, what's her story?
So Lauren Smith Fields was a 23-year-old, I think she was a college student, and she went and visited some guy that she was talking to, white guy, and she died.
You kind of look like the girl that just died.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. I'm gonna show. Exactly. I'm gonna show the group. I'm gonna show everybody her picture. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. They look damn near alike, right?
They look like sisters. They could be related.
There you go, Lauren Smith Fields. Yeah, she was a baddie too. You know what I mean? Boom, let's do that. And then we're gonna go here. You're gonna bring me up out. Crazy, right? It's just uncanny that they favor her a bit. You know how she died? So they were saying, oh, the white man, like HJ and them shit that was doing tonight, the white man, he was plotting against her, he was going to sell her organ. She was allegedly, there was rumors that she was out here selling ass. And she was out here, being a sugar baby. And she went and visited one of her regular guys, I guess. And allegedly went outside and got some drugs from her, whoever the fuck was supplying the drugs, and she went in and she fucking OD'd. She fucking OD'd. She took too much drugs. So according to that, it was where's it at? Lauren Smith Fields was 23-year-old student at Bridgeport, Connecticut, who died December of 2021 after meeting a man she met on Bumble. So when I said, she met him on Bumble, she was out there selling ass. The cause of death was ruled accidental. Right. The cause of death was accidental due to a mixture of fentanyl, promethazine, hydroxyzine, and alcohol.
Whoa.
Right. She was on all that shit. She was on everything.
They were partying.
Partying, right? Yeah. But her family still they still dispute. They still think that she was a good girl, and that's not how she died. And now they got a lawsuit for like $30 million. They want to get a civil suit. Now I don't know. They still don't know with that situation if it was the guy actually tried to kill her, or if she took too many fucking drugs. Because apparently this guy said that he woke up the next morning after they was doing whatever they was doing. He was clapping them cheeks. He woke up the next morning and she was unresponsive.
Yeah.
She was unresponsive. You know what I mean? It's a lot, man. Listen, it's just some crazy shit going on in the world. Yeah, like, guys, first off, don't be choking bitches. I don't care if they ask for it. Okay? I don't care if they ask for it. Don't be choking these chicks out. All right? I don't know.
What if she choking on like a piece of popcorn?
I mean, then you better do the Heimlich. You know what I mean? You better do the Heimlich or something. Like, you know, is that nut worth your fucking freedom?
No.
Here go Portia. You have to choke
I would
correctly.
think
There's no correct way to choke somebody, Portia. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Daniel Penny was even trying to give fucking the one guy some air, and that nigga still died too. Okay. Oh my
Oh my
goodness
God.
gracious! But you know, but yeah. So I'm just sitting there looking at these cases. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, because we always jump to conclusions, you know, because we loved First 48 and all these fucking Discovery ID, and y'all be watching that show Snapped and shit, and then y'all be getting all these fucking ideas in your head, and then the next thing you know, we go off the deep end. You know?
No, I don't watch Snap. I can't watch that. I don't know how people watch it and go to sleep. Those are
How to get away with murder and all that other bullshit.
I cannot watch that and go to sleep.
Yeah. So,
No.
and I'm sitting there like, look, you always got to start small and work your way to the big shit. Don't start with the big shit and then work your way back down. You know what I mean? You know, like the most you could do, guys, is a donkey punch. Y'all know what a donkey punch is. I'm just, you know, do a donkey punch. Don't be choking these hoes out, okay? Especially with no fucking belt. Because you know how the fuck we get. Once we get in that O face, and y'all ladies know, once we get in that O face, we ain't stopping the pump until we done. All right, ain't no, nah, we,
Wow.
nah, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm just saying. You know, don't be acting like y'all Cannon crazy. Y'all know I'm fucking right. You know I'm right. Because y'all do the same shit. We like, get up. And y'all be wanting to fucking get up. And next thing you know, little Junior coming. Because y'all motherfuckers couldn't get up because y'all was in y'all fucking old face out of control. Now he done shot the club up and now fucking Junior here. And now you mad because you can't find this nigga. He done went for a gallon of milk and ain't never come home. Now you looking at this nigga that looked like the nigga that left you. I can't. All right, I might have went a little too far. With that one. All right, but y'all know what I'm saying, okay? All right.
Yeah.
But here's a real story we should be looking at, though, right? And I wanna look at this one and what's her name? Ashlee Janae, when this stuff starts to happen. So you hear about the lady in Michigan?
No, what's happening in Michigan? Jesus.
So this lady allegedly fell overboard. Her name is Lynette Hooker. That's her last name, Lynette Hooker. She fell overboard and went missing near what's it called? The Abaco Islands in the Bahamas. This was on April 4th while she was with her husband, Brian. He said she fell overboard after the boat's keys fell in the water with her. But he was briefly arrested and then released. Her body has not been found yet, and investigation is still ongoing. No formal charges have been charged at this time. So her husband is the last person to see her alive in the Bahamas on a boat. She allegedly fell overboard with the keys and left him stranded out there, allegedly.
Yeah.
And they saying that
what do you think?
I don't know. Like, so if they was in the Bahamas on a boat, that means that they were sailing or something like that. I can see, and that they were headed that way, right? They probably left like Florida or some shit and headed to the Bahamas. I don't know. I think this one right here, I think the husband might have wanted to get rid of the wife.
Pushed her with the. Why does she have the keys? You know when you got no keys.
Right. Why was the keys not in the ignition of the boat? Now I don't know what type of boat they had for her to fall overboard.
We can't drive. We can't drive a boat, a bicycle, a school bus. We shouldn't have keys.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
Right. You know, women are poor navigators. I don't know what the fuck she was doing on the open seas. But this is what I'm saying. So, like, all right, now, I'm on boats all the fucking time. I'm always on boats. Y'all see me when I go to do these boats and shit, when I go take the fly bridges down and stuff. I can see maybe a sailboat. She got fucking knocked in. The boom probably swung and hit her ass and knocked her ass in the water. But why would the keys be with her and not inside the ignition of the boat? Because sailboats do have little tiny engines just in case there is no fucking wind to propel them. There are tiny little diesel engines or outboards or whatever that can get you moving. I don't know how big the sailboat is or what kind of boat they had. I just find her falling overboard with no life preserver on. Now, I'm not saying that everybody puts a life preserver on when they're on a boat, but if your wife falls in the water with the keys, you're throwing the life preserver in there so you can go get her. There's tons of fucking rope on the boat. Like, I don't care what kind of boat it is, right? Every boat that I go to go do something, I find fucking 50, 60 fucking feet of rope all the time. All over a boat, because you got to tie off the shit and all this other stuff. Right. There was nothing for you to throw to your wife to save her life. Like, I get it. You right here to turn the boat around. You couldn't do it because allegedly she had the keys. You didn't have no lifesaver. You ain't have no rope to throw in there. Grab this, honey. Hold on. I got you. You ain't jumping after her.
Right.
She just fell overboard. You just was like, oh, Lord, what am I to do? I think this one, the one in Tanzania.
He waved at her.
Yeah. Like, see you later, bitch. Right. So now the daughter thinks there's foul play. So that's going to be interesting to follow. That's going to be very interesting to follow.
Yeah, I got to follow this too.
Yeah, so
she was only 55. She wasn't old. Come on, I think she might have help. She wasn't old.
No, not at all. They might have looked a little old, but they, it had a hard life and shit. Probably, white. No offense, white folks. Some white folks, they age a little. They age bad sometimes. Nobody, and they're not all Paul Abdul. But
she looked like she was in good shape. Like she could swim. I think she might have had help.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I gotta follow this.
Yeah, so I think that's one where they're gonna find out that he actually pushed their ass. And if they can prove it, you gotta prove that shit. You in the middle of nowhere, ocean. You gotta prove that shit. Yeah. If they can't find her body and they can't prove that he shoved her ass in, it's not gonna happen to him. They're gonna have to, it's gonna have to be some Jedi mind tricks and tripping him up in his words and some more shit. Cause if she, because I know it's like Bahamas isn't really that far off the coast of America, of America, but it's far enough. It's far enough not to be able to find somebody. You know what I mean? So that one right there, I think Lynette Hooker she won't be found. She is long gone, and her husband will collect an insurance policy. But this one with Ashlee Janae Robinson, or Janae Robinson or whatever. I'm assuming Janae must be her middle name. You know how y'all girls like to go by y'all fucking first and middle name, like y'all from Paris or some shit. So I think that after reading this, I think they was fucking, and he ain't know when to stop, and she fucking ain't here no more because of it. Gators? I don't think there's any gators. I don't think there's any gators I know there are gators in Florida, but they was closer to the Bahamas. So I don't think there's no gators out there, but it might be some sharks. Maybe Gerald the dolphin might have saved her. Maybe Gerald and his acolytes, maybe they came and they put the fucking air bubble around her like they did that one guy. She down there with the snorks swimming and shit, and then she might come back and Gerald and them fucking say he threw her ass overboard. That'd be crazy. Could you imagine that? She just resurfaces in Florida and she say the dolphin saved me. His name was Gerald. He said that he had an apartment I could stay in and lay low for a little bit. I'm just saying, remember, because Gerald the dolphin had that guy allegedly make those little condos under the sea and shit in 4 days or whatever the fuck that guy did for them.
That was so crazy.
Yeah, you ain't hear about the Gerald the dolphin story?
Yes, I heard about it. I was confused for like an hour. What am I reading? Is this real?
Yeah, the Gerald the dolphin story is wild. I'm just saying, you never know. Yeah. He was in Florida. He was a Florida man, so maybe Gerald and them were just out there for a little swim, and she fell overboard, and they seen her, and they fucking swam around her and made a little underwater fucking oxygen bubble and all that other shit. Here go Portia. Dolphins are evil though. I don't know if they're smart. If dolphins are as smart as they say they are. If they are evil, we're in trouble.
Oh man, but they're sweet. Every dolphin video I've ever seen on social media, they're being sweet. I've never seen a dolphin be a thug.
Well, I've seen videos of dolphins trying to rape women, so I don't know.
Oh no! Oh no!
I heard they got a rape culture. See, there go Portia. They're capable of rape for fun. Maybe Lynette's a sex slave. Who knows? Maybe she's in the extraterrestrial breeding program right now. Maybe they're gonna make a human dolphin hybrid with
Oh my God!
Lynette Hooker. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Force snorking. Those that force snorking. I'm just saying. But I'm serious though. So when we start finding out some more stuff, I'm gonna bring you back on so we can discuss this Ashlee Janae thing. And I do want to keep up with this this Michigan lady, this Lynette Hooker, because that shit is fucking wild. Like I said, guys, sometimes the simplest answer is the best answer. Unc had a great point that, you know, if he don't have no defensive wounds on him and she ain't got no DNA under her fucking nails or whatever, then this was some kink that went wrong. This was some kink that went wrong, unfortunately, and this girl ain't here no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like even if they got into a right, because people like, oh, they was fighting and maybe they was fighting, then he gonna have some bruises or some shit, and she gonna have some DNA somewhere where she done took some DNA off this nigga before she died. But for right now, I'm going out on a limb. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. This is just my speculation. He had that fat ass bent over and he was clapping that shit, and that shit felt so good that nigga forgot that he had that belt in his hand, and her ass is no longer with us. I'm just saying.
Well, may she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace.
Thank you so much, Ken. I love to come back and talk about these two cases. I'm going to follow them closely because all of Ashlee's friends or associates are talking. So
yeah,
we're going to learn more soon.
Yeah, let me know. Hopefully she's up there in that big Zara in the sky.
I hope so.
All right.
Bye, Ken.
Bye.
See you.
Glam, everybody. Glam, everybody. Crime of passion. You gonna say crime of passion? That'd be crazy if you got engaged and then everything just went to shit that fucking fast. You know what I mean? They couldn't wait to get back to the States. Cause like I wouldn't fly nobody to Tanzania just to fucking kill them. Right? That's a waste of money. I could do that shit like fucking Lynette Hooker's husband did. Let's go on a little boat ride. You know what I mean? Let's go on a little boat ride and then oops, kerplunk. I'm just saying. I legitimately, I just can't see it. It's like, you know, with everybody speculating, it'd be too hard for him to pull that shit off. I think that is when we find out when he actually comes clean on what happened, because he's gonna realize the hanging story sounds fucking retarded. And then even if she put a belt around her neck, I mean, I guess she could cut off her carotid artery with the belt. You know what I mean? If she did it tight enough, but like self-preservation, like if you hanging, you can't unhang yourself. Like unless you can fucking fly, you can't unhang yourself, right? If you're hanging from something, you cannot fucking unhang yourself. But if you start fucking going out, you can loosen the belt back up. But if he in there busting that shit down and he pulling on that belt and that shit get on that carotid artery, which they probably didn't even think of, boom, she not here no more. You know what I mean? You know, at worst she set him up and it backfired on her. I don't know. She got this nigga all over her social media and all that other stuff. I don't know if she was trying to set him up. Like that was her nigga. He was what, 43? She was 31. You know what I mean? Portia says, fun fact, during hanging, your instinct starts to scratch. What? Starts to scratch. What? God damn it. Hold on. I want to see this fun fact. There we go. During hanging, your instincts start to scratch. Learn that from Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki? What the fuck is that? So you start to scratch trying to get the shit off you? Is that what it is? But rest in peace to that young lady. Sound like a kink went wrong. So we're gonna see. Glam trying to get gifted subs. What's up? HJ in the building. HJ in the building. So, like I told everybody, I ain't get HJ no Glock, but I got him something better. I got a couple of these laying around. Congratulations, sir. You will be the proud owner of a MCK chassis. That is just a chassis. That is not a handgun. That is not a firearm. Okay? That is not a firearm. All right? Perfectly legal. And yeah. All right? The apparatus that goes inside of it, HJ already legally owns one, so it makes it completely legal. Completely legal. Anyway, did y'all see that video I made? Y'all like that shit? I'm gonna run it back one more time. I thought it was pretty goddamn funny.
As I was walking down the street one. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
I think it was because of Goldstein. It's Goldstein's fault, okay? That shit is fucking Goldstein's fault, playing with that fucking Suno. And I think he had said something about Glam stomping somebody out. And I said she's gonna, what'd he say? What'd I say? She's gonna stomp him out in Chicago by listening to Chicago. And then that fucking song popped in my head from Chicago. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I got that on fucking record downstairs. And then I went to YouTube and I was like, yo, that'd be funny if I put that behind fucking Sneeko getting fucking snuck in New York. Oh man, it's fucking great. I thought that was funny. I thought it was fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? Guys, keep your head on the swivel when you out here in these streets, okay? I don't know why these influencers out here, right? They don't realize that shit is real life, right? Shit is real life out here in these streets. Okay? They don't realize that, real life is real. And then they think they can't be touched or they forget. And then they get got. I don't know if this was a random act of violence that happened to Sneeko, right? I don't know if that was a random act of violence that happened to Sneeko. You know what I mean? Like, it could have just been, because you hear about that shit in New York, right? You hear about that shit in New York. People just randomly just fucking knocking somebody over the head. Boyfriend beef. I'll talk. What you talking about? Some other shit. Portia being here venting about her fucking boyfriend about to burn his house down or something crazy. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. Like, keep your head on the swivel, y'all. Like, and Sneeko, I don't know. He don't understand how like not liked he is, I guess. I mean, he has his base or his following, I guess, but I think it's still AstroTurf. But stuff like this, you know what I mean, is one of them fucking nigga wake up calls.
Wake up, nigga.
And that's what that dude just did. I should have put that in there. As soon as he cracked his ass, you know what I mean? I should have just been like,
wake up, nigga.
You know what I mean? But that's what this is. It's a nigga wake up call. Keep your head on the swivel. You are not liked. You are a target out here in these streets, Sneeko. And you got your fucking tooth knocked out again. The same tooth that you got knocked out when that fucking bouncer Superman punched your dumb ass. Oh, here she go. You know what I mean? He needs some real niggas around him. He needs some real niggas behind him, yo. That's what it is. He don't got none of them. Remember, he thought the Groypers was his friends, and when they let him get his ass beat, you know what I mean? Like, he just, your cameraman just like, whoa, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? Like, nigga, listen. Let's just say that was HJ, right? And HJ walking down the street, ain't really paying attention. And some niggas sneak him, right? That shit gonna be short fucking lived because we on that nigga ass. Pause. Okay? We gonna be whooping his ass so bad that I'm gonna go back and get the camera and we gonna film this nigga getting stomped out in the middle of fucking Fifth Avenue, wherever the fuck they walking around. It's just not going down like that. Like, if I'm that popular and I know that I'm a target and people want to like somebody might steal on me, I'm not walking around with some hoes. I'm not walking around with no hoe ass niggas. I'm not walking around with no hoes. No, I need niggas that I know we gonna scrap. I remember when we was at HotepCon this past, we walk into the karaoke spot. The first thing Doe said, "Yo, we good, yo, nigga. If shit break off, we good." I said, "Nigga, we whooping ass until we get kicked out." like nigga, you swing, I'm swinging too, nigga. I don't need to know who started the fight. If you swinging, nigga, I'm following up. And if I swing, nigga, you better follow up too. And we was on that type of time, okay? On that type of time, all right? I'm just saying. Case in point. Tell a little story. I think I told this story before. This is all alleged, okay? It's all alleged. Allegedly, we were in Vegas for HotepCon. I think it was the first HotepCon, if I'm not mistaken. We were all sitting outside, chilling after we was chilling at the bar, whatever. Allegedly, you know, they were smoking a Newport and maybe some other, you know, Muff Gazette. And we just out there shooting the shit. And then this Cholo allegedly comes walking up on us and shit. Right? I ain't peep it. Doe ain't peep it. I don't think HJ peeped it. You know who peeped it? Brody. Shout out to Brody. Allegedly, Brody go, "Keep it moving, cuz." I ain't never, Brody sound like Luke Wilson. All right? He sound like Luke Wilson. "Keep it moving, cuz. Keep it moving, cuz." I'm like, what the fuck? I look, dude looking like Sneeko and shit with no shirt on, looking like he got an easy lick. I'm like, oh, all right. So I see Doe look like, oh shit. So then I look at Doe. I go ahead and put my shirt behind my Hellcat, because, you know, I'm ready to. You know what I mean? I ain't fucking around. I look across. I see Shaka over that bitch. Shaka like, we like, all right, we locked in. We locked in. So Doe look like, all right, cool. So then he getting closer. Brody looking like Brody ready to steal on this nigga. So I'm like, oh shit. But he looking like he reaching in his dip, like he got a knife or something. So I pull the Hellcat out. And he looking at me, I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, one of us gonna get you. I said, I'm quick. One of us gonna get you. So I pull my shit out, allegedly. And allegedly, Shaka pull his shit. And we just like, one of us gonna get you. We was going, that nigga was going to be some chorizo that night. All right? That nigga was going to be, we going to turn that nigga into some chalupas. All right, we don't fuck around out here, allegedly. Allegedly, guys. You know, my imagination gets the best of me sometimes, and I just start making up stories and shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know? I'm just saying it was not going to end well for him. And I didn't want I didn't want my first time in Vegas to be at the fucking police precinct because I done had to light a nigga up. Okay? Allegedly. These are all just, you know, from my imagination, guys. YouTube and Kick is all imaginatory, you know. Imaginatory. Is imaginatory a word? Y'all know what I mean. But that's how we roll. We ain't about that life. It ain't no bitches out here in Hotepistan, all right? There ain't no bitch niggas in Hotepistan. Period. All right? All right? One of us jump. Everybody jumping. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't bring no knife to no gunfight. Okay? I'm just saying. All right? I'm just saying. I was perfectly legal in Vegas. Perfectly legal in Vegas. Okay? This shit right here you see on the screen, the minute that nigga would have did that shit, it wouldn't have been no more fucking filming, nigga. I'm whooping this nigga ass. We whooping this nigga ass. I'ma hold him up. And somebody better start just stomping the shit out. Remember when they stomped that nigga out? Remember when they stomped that nigga out on Don't Be a Menace to South Central by drinking your juice in the hood? Remember that shit? They stomped that nigga out in the street. That's what that shit would have looked like. Can't bring Sneeko to a gunfight either. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Maybe that dude knew who Sneeko was. Maybe he just was tweaking and he just decided to steal on that nigga. Maybe he don't like Mexicans or something. I don't know. We don't know. But that nigga was like, fuck this nigga. You know what I mean? That's when you got to make an example out of him. You chip my tooth? Oh, you going to the hospital, bitch. That's all I'm saying. These influencers out here, they not about that life, yo. They not about that life. These is people that ain't really been in the streets like that, and then they be acting up on YouTube and Twitter and fucking Instagram and shit because they're behind the camera and they can say shit because people, they far away and people don't know where they at the time. But you gotta go out in public. You gotta go out in public. And this is what happened. You all in your phone, reading shit live, and that nigga snuck you. You know what I mean? And then he didn't even really connect like that. Like, he gave him a fucking cross. He gave him a fucking crossface. Remember, if y'all wrestle, you know what a crossface is. He gave him like a wrestling crossface and then tried to L him out. Sneeko need to get some fucking life lessons. He need to go do some jiu-jitsu or some Muay Thai. He need to get some boxing lessons. The nigga need to get a knife. He need to do something. He need to see rape whistle. That nigga need a rape whistle or something. Oh my gosh, yo. I'm just sitting here like, this shit is crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, or bodyguard, yo. Like, just pay. You got a couple bucks. You can pay a couple. Like, you don't got to pay him 40 hours a week. Just when you go out. Like, if you want to apologize to the hoteps, right? A couple of us are, hey, yo, you feel like flying out? Yeah, we got you, nigga. How much you paying? How much you paying? Where we going? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. This shit is crazy, yo. What's the other motherfucker that's about to get his fucking, I meant to make a video about that nigga, yo. Let me find it real quick. This nigga right here, yo.
This y'all like to do?
You see this nigga right here?
Look at this nigga chimping out. Look at this nigga chimping out. That's the news team. Y'all know his name now. Isaiah Ware. Pussy ass fuck niggas. He talks a lot of shit on the newscast.
So Goldstein was talking about him earlier. I have never heard about him. I've never heard of him, right? Apparently his name is Chud the Builder. I got a message for you, Chud the Builder. I'll fight you for charity. I will fight you for the charity of your choice. No holds barred, no fucking ref. We just get in the octagon or whatever, and we just go at it till a nigga ain't conscious. How about that? All right? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem sparking the motherfucker. You feel me? I'm just saying. And then when you start to come back too, I'm gonna just lean over you and be like,
Wake up, nigga.
Like, he don't understand, right? But all that aside, if you don't stop what you doing, yo, if you don't, this is just me trying to save your life, okay, guy? This is me trying to save your life. Y'all grifting over the speed limit, right? Apparently, according to what Goldstein was saying, allegedly, he lost his fucking business and he lost his family over this nonsense he be doing, right? Just trying to be fucking famous, right? And the crazy part is that Kick is fucking paying him good money to do this fucking monkey ass shit, right? Bruh, I'm telling you this to save your life. The grift ain't worth it. The grift is not worth it. You're going to come across the wrong one. You're going to be in the wrong neighborhood. You're going to come across the fucking right one on the wrong day, and you're going to fucking die. You're going to fucking die, and you're going to fucking die alone, scared in the street. Okay? Now, apparently the reason why nobody, like, these guys didn't, they was going to beat the shit out this nigga, right? The reason why they didn't is he hurried and made a fucking run for his truck, or he was walking fast for his truck because he had a gun on him, or pepper spray on him, and he had a gun in the truck. He always got a gun or something on him because he too much of a bitch to stand up for, stand on stand 10 toes down. He ain't willing to stand 10 toes down. Who calling me now? No calls. I told you Glam was the only one. Oh, hold on. Who was that? Who was that calling? My bad. Hold on. Who was that? No, that's not. I thought that was Goldstein. No calls. I thought it was Goldstein for a second. You're going to come across the right one on the wrong day, and you're going to die. It's inevitable if you keep this shit up. You may have already crossed that wrong person, and they letting you get comfortable, and they're going to catch you slipping, and then we're going to get on social media, and then we're going to see R.I.P. Chud the Builder is what we're going to see. Because why? Why? You just come to the dark side of the grift. You succumb to the dark side of the grift. And then you get the crazy part is the comments in the comments, right? So this is from this guy, Robbie Harvey. He says, Chud the Builder continues to be selective in who he harasses and calls the N-word. In this clip, he challenges journalists who much smaller than him to a fight and threatens to put rounds in them. So I have an opportunity for Chud. I have someone who is willing to, quote unquote, chimp out. I have someone willing to accept this challenge in an exhibition MMA or boxing match. He can choose. I'll fly him to a safe location, put him in a nice Airbnb, and give him some spending money to enjoy himself. And even put up some prize money if he can win a 3-round exhibition bout. But I choose the opponent. The offer is there, and the opponent is chosen. All he has to do is say yes. But then you got shit. Like, where's it at? Let's go to the. LOL, do you keep the same energy when black dudes are out here assaulting white women and elderly? Like, this is the shit. Like, this is the shit. Republicans, right wing, conservatives. This is the shit that's going to lose you the midterms. It's a nigga like Chud all over social media doing that shit. Not only him doing that shit, y'all not calling him out for doing the fuck shit. Okay? Like, the entire fucking post is these people dragging this guy, Rob. This is freedom of speech. And I'm like, y'all niggas don't understand that's not freedom from consequences. It is not freedom for it's been motherfuckers killed for less. Okay? But all of this shit, look at this. Shut up. I guess it's probably a bot, but you get it. It's just all up and down his fucking, what's the name? They just defending the shit. For all we know, Chud the Builder is an op made to make the fucking right look even worse. You guys are defending it. We seen this shit a year ago when you were defending that shit. You had who was the bitch that was in blackface going too far with shit? Who was it? She was in blackface and shit. They go too far with it. It's like, yeah, okay, freedom of speech, that's cool, but you know, I get that. But guess what? It's called consequences. And a lot of motherfuckers out here don't got no restraint like that. Right? So a whole lot of people out here, they ain't got no restraint. They ain't gonna walk away when you say some ill shit like that. Right? Yeah, it's just a word, but to some people it's a lot more. You know why? Because they've been trained for it to be a lot more. And they look at it as a form of disrespect. And when they look at it as a form of disrespect, there's some people that's willing to square up with you, and some people that may have words with you, and then you got some niggas that's just gonna fucking shoot you in the fucking face. Just on general principle. I'm in fucking water up. Anyway. And look, I'm not saying that I'll go out here and spark this nigga with a 9mm or anything like that. But I'm telling you, there's motherfuckers out here, if he goes into the wrong neighborhood and he start that bullshit up, his fucking brains is going to be leaking. And he going to, like I said, die alone in the streets, scared. And we'll see that shit on Twitter. Now, I hope that he doesn't die and that he comes to his senses and, you know what, I was fucking tripping. He got some fucking ridiculous, concocted fucking reason why he does it. But I'm just saying, it's gonna be a fucking, it's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if he goes to the wrong neighborhood. So like I said, I'm gonna tell him one more time.
Wake up, nigga.
And find another grift. Find another grift. Before this one get you fucking murked. Okay? Like I said, a lot of these influencers don't understand real life until real life fucking steps in front of them. Real life is fucking real. All this shit behind the keyboard and the fucking camera, this shit is a persona. You might think you could turn that shit off when you fucking hit the shutdown button on your computer. But guess what? Motherfucker on the other side of that camera remember what the fuck you said. The motherfucker on the other side of your prank or whatever you was doing out there for attention, he remember what the fuck you said. Like I told you, he might have already crossed the wrong person. And they just waiting for shit to just, he thinking shit sweet and they just waiting for shit to just die down and then that nigga's done for. He ain't gonna see it coming. Like a fucking deer in the woods. Ain't gonna see it coming. And we're gonna see, and Goldstein's right, we're gonna see other influencers, they're gonna start getting fucking gaffled. They're gonna be getting, and it's gonna be sad to watch. Sad to fucking watch, guys. But they brought it on themselves. So what can you do? I'm not gonna revel and marvel in their fucking death. But there might be an I told you so or two. I'm just saying. That's my rant on all that shit. That is my rant on all that shit. Like, what y'all think about that? Y'all think I'm tripping? Y'all think that it's his freedom, it's his right to say that and nobody should get mad about it? You know what I mean? Am I wrong for thinking that way? You know? Oh, he definitely not worth it, but you know niggas. You know niggas. Exactly. Freedom for speech, not consequences. There's been niggas. Niggas have been killed just for song lyrics. You know what I mean? People have been killed just for song lyrics. Kick didn't learn a lesson. What you talking when they was beating up pedophiles or whatever the fuck was going on back then? No, they shouldn't get baited by him, but I'm just emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent person wouldn't, but it's not a lot of them out there. You know? Him getting laid out more content be his fucking final content. I don't know if you can get kick money post-mortem. You know what I mean? I don't know if they can give you. I don't know if you can get your subscriptions post-mortem. I'm just saying, you know, posthumously. Ah, man, that is funny. Anyway, let's move on. Have y'all seen this fucking crazy shit? I swear, yo, I don't know what to think anymore. Like, it's just like, you gotta call dumb shit out when you see it, right? You know, let nature take its course. You gotta call dumb shit out when you see it, right? And I thought this was fucking stupid. Right? Now, I'm not gonna go as far as to be like, he should resign and blah 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 blah. I'm just like, who wrote his fucking shit? And that person might need to be fired. Your speechwriter might need to be fired. Check this shit out.
So the prayer is CSAR 25:17, and it reads, and pray with me, please.
The
path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of camaraderie and duty shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Fucking goated. That is one of the most. One of the most goated scenes in Pulp Fiction, which we have not watched yet. We haven't watched fucking We haven't watched Pulp Fiction yet. Anyway, so Ezekiel 25:17 is what he was allegedly quoting, right? But here's the problem with that. Ezekiel 25:17 does not exist. Okay, hold on real quick. So, sorry, I got that. So it's the coolest fuck. Like I love that part of Pulp Fiction, right? I think at one point I was at the range and I said that shit as I was shooting. But Ezekiel 17 does not exist. That is not a real Bible scripture. Okay? Yet Pete Hegseth sat up there and like they didn't play the whole thing, but he said, I'll quote from Ezekiel 17. And he starts to say it. Now, I don't know if people were in on the joke and knew, and if he was doing that shit in jest, or if he legitimately thought that shit was a fucking Bible verse. I don't think I would have got up there and did it, or my mannerisms might have been that of, this is just a joke. You know what I mean? So, who knows? But you got people all over fucking social media calling for his job and some more shit. Now, I'm not calling for his job, but I thought it was fucking retarded. Oh man, it's fucking crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. First you got Trump talking about, I thought I was a doctor in that picture. You know what I mean? I'm like, clearly you're being depicted as Jesus Christ laying hands on people. Okay, Mr. Trump, President Trump, you're not a doctor. We know you know that's fucking a lie, and you're just gonna keep trying to keep that fucking lie alive.
Yeah. Keep the lie alive! Keep the lie alive! Keep the lie alive!
Now you got Hegseth up here quoting fucking Quentin Tarantino quotables. It's fucking hilarious. And yes, you're right. Even the fucking Pope got caught saying some stupid shit. I swear, yo, this simulation is broken, guys. This simulation is broken. I think it's like people really out here trying to out fucking religion each other. Like, just stop, please. Just stop. Everybody out there trying to out religion each other. You know what I mean? I don't know if what he was quoting is something that is some kind of inside joke in the military. I haven't heard that yet. Maybe it is. I don't know. But this is crazy. This was crazy. I looked at it. I'm like, I don't know if I would have said that. I don't know if I would have said that on television. I think I would have or I would have alluded to the fact that it was some kind of inside joke of the military. You know, sometimes being a cult leader is fun. Hey, HJ, is it fun being a cult leader? Is it fun being a cult leader? I don't know. Old David Koresh Hotep over there. You been calling him a phony tough guy for the longest. Oh my gosh, that shit is funny to me, man. That shit was, I laughed so hard. Oh man, that shit is funny to me. Did y'all see this shit though? People gotta cut this shit out. So this, I mean, I'm not even mad. Look at this. So apparently this woman won $5,000 at a Cardi B twerk off at a concert. She's pregnant. This lady here. Damn. Hold up. God damn. Damn. You said you like light skins, HJ? HJ, you said you like them light skins? Holy smokes. Look at them Christmas hands. So this lady right here apparently won $5,000 in the twerk contest solely for the fact that because she's pregnant. And you know what? I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. $5,000 was on the line, and she said, "You know what? I may not have the skills to pay the bills, but this baby gonna grift me to $5,000." That was calculated for that lady because she clearly ain't know what the fuck she was doing up there. But that belly got her $5,000, boy. Mike said they DEI. It's a DEI worker. She did not have no skills. Boy, listen. And she helped slide that baby down. That is crazy. I was like, damn, $5,000. But you know what? I ain't even mad at her. And she kind of, at least she dressed a little more tastefully than the other women. The other women are. The other women, they look crazy. That one lady, whole ass was hanging out the bottom of her skirt. This is crazy. This is what these women look like when they go. This is every woman up on that stage, and I don't know about this pregnant woman, okay? Every woman on that stage is not wife material. They are for a fun time, not a long time. Okay? They are for a fun time, not a long time. I don't know. It's going to get to a point where, like, marriage ain't a thing no more because these women just out here doing stupid shit like this. She can't be married. No man would allow that. I don't know. If she came up with them 5 bands, he might have been like, don't do that shit again. Not one of these chicks up there wife material at all. Okay? I'm just saying. They get called by Tyrone and Rodney at 1 a.m, and then Tyrone and Rodney come over there drunk, tear them cheeks up, and then Tyrone and Rodney is gone. They not even spending the night. All right, Tyrone and Rodney getting gas money from them when they need it. That's about it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I thought that shit was crazy. I was like, you know what? Use what you got to get what you want. She used that fucking baby belly to get her 5 bands. I hope she do right with that money, though. I do. I hope she do right with that money. Where is it at? Here we go. Check this out.
Yes, it is. It is. And $11,000.
So Trump did a little publicity thing at the White House, and everybody was losing their mind over it. So he had this lady right here.
You know, my tips were over half of my income from last year.
So this lady right here says she made $11,000 in tips on DoorDash, which I completely believe her. All right, I completely believe her. I know people who go there and get bread off the DoorDash. Right? So she said Trump's no tax on tips saved her a lot of a tax bill, especially because she needed that money because she said her husband has cancer and she been doing that, you know, to keep afloat and shit like that. Everybody's getting all up in arms. Oh my God, this was fake. This was staged because she's a Trump supporter and we've seen her before in the stage. I'm like, no shit, it's staged. No shit is staged. You really think that Secret Service is going to let some random fucking person through the fucking gates to drop off some fucking McDonald's to Trump without being vetted first? They probably had to get our shit a week ago just to have that McDonald's. They going to take that order at the fucking gate. Thank you. Turn your ass around and keep it moving. Of course it's fucking staged. I swear, yo. And people making videos all over social media about this shit. I'm like, he was just advertising the fact that the no tax on tips shit worked. That's all he was doing. That's all he was doing. But instead of looking at the message like, damn, that's what's up. Oh, it was staged because I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. Right, everybody, exactly. You ain't no fucking, Trump ain't just pull out his phone and order no fucking 2 Big Macs and a fucking grape soda or orange, or high C orange, you know, on a whim. Of course this shit was staged. Come on, guys. Stop being so dumb. Like, it's like people lose nuance, yo. They want to be right so much, or they want to be outraged so much, or they lose nuance. They lose nuance in levity. Is that the word, levity? Am I using the word levity right? You know what I mean? I tell you, yo, people be tripping. What my man Chad Dukes usually say, the internet is garbage and people will show you that shit. You wish you had tips. My tax, you don't want to know my taxes, man. I'm broke. Yeah, but I was just like, yo, of course. Y'all gotta stop. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I get it. You want? Oh, wait, no, shit. That's always doing that with Tip the Book. Where we at? Here we go. Did y'all see this shit? Let's just watch this shit, okay? So T.I.'s son gets pulled over and he has an interaction with the police. Let's check it out.
Hi, good evening. My name is Officer Lopez with the Gwinnett County Police Department. Reason I'm pulling you over is you're doing over 70 miles an hour in a 45.
I didn't know.
You didn't know? I got you. Get a driver's license on you? All right. Are you the registered owner of the vehicle? No. Okay. Do you have a photo or anything like that of your driver's license?
Yeah.
All right, got you. All right. So, do you mind stepping out and we're going to talk right here real quick, back here?
About what?
You need to step out of the vehicle.
Step out for what?
So there's a firearm in this vehicle. You're already speeding. You don't have anything on you. I'm separating you from the firearm.
Right.
All right. Are you going to get out of the car or not?
I don't, tell me why.
I already told you why.
You didn't
Pennsylvania
tell me
versus Mims. Are you getting out or not? Supreme Court case law. Are you getting out or not?
I don't know what it is.
All right. You need to get out of the car.
You're not telling me
If you
why.
do not get out of the car, you'll be arrested for obstruction.
You're going to arrest me for obstruction?
Yes, if you do not get out of the car.
I don't know why. I don't feel safe.
All right, if you do not get out of the car, you will be arrested for obstruction.
I don't feel safe.
If you do not get out of the car, you'll be arrested for
You're not
obstruction.
telling me a valid reason why.
So the cop already stated, like I tell you guys all the time. Do you guys know what I tell you all the time, or do you not pay attention to what I tell you? He stated Pennsylvania versus Mims state that you have to get out of the car. Okay, that's something that I disagree with, right? I do not agree with Pennsylvania versus Mims. The cop only needs reasonable suspicion to ask you to step out of a car. That's all he need is reasonable suspicion to tell you to get out of the car. They don't need nothing else. They don't need nothing else. And if you don't get out the car, they are well within their rights to snatch you out of the car. And I always advise you guys to fight that shit after the stop. Fight it after the stop, because you will not win this fight during the stop. You want to go to jail or worse. So let's continue.
That's a perfectly valid reason. Like, Google it if you want to. It's not going to end well for you.
Let me call my lawyer, man.
You have that right, but you're not even under arrest right now. You're still just detained.
Stay in my car.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Get out of the car.
Yo, why is Carla going? I hope that's like a rap. I know he ain't driving a rusty ass. How you got a rusty Cybertruck? It's got to be like a rap, right? Because a Cybertruck's stainless steel, right?
Hey, Quinn. So I'm pulled over right now, and they telling me I got to get out the car for what reason?
Because we're going to have a conversation back at the back of the car.
They want to have a conversation.
You need to get out of the car. Doesn't matter why.
Doing that. I'm not getting out the car because you want to have a... No, I'm not getting out the car.
Okay.
All right. So
All right. So at this time, you are under arrest. You are not free to leave. You are under arrest.
I'm not under arrest.
You are under arrest. I'm informing you that you are under arrest.
I'm under arrest for what? Hold on, my lawyer calling. Hey, so a police officer is right here telling me I have to step out my car, and I'm telling him I don't want to step out my car. He's telling me to step out the car to have a conversation.
I've already told you you're under arrest. You're under arrest at this point.
And he's trying to tell me since I didn't want to step out the car, I'm under arrest. I'm under arrest.
But you are under arrest at this point, all right? So you need to get out of your car right now.
Okay. All right.
So even his lawyer said, yes, if they ask you to step out of the car, you need to get out of the car. Right now, this cop is having a lot of patience with him. Because there's some cops that would have just snatched his little ass through that they just snatched his little ass through that fucking window. All right. And the cop, because of Pennsylvania versus Mims, he stated that, yeah, you have a gun on the dashboard, and I don't feel comfortable with you in the car that close to the gun. It might be a bullshit ass excuse the cops giving him, but it's something that he's giving him that's actually, valid. But he still want to be combative. So now he's under arrest. What the this nigga has on a Pikachu. He has on Pikachu pajamas? Does he have on Pikachu pajamas?
So this make y'all feel tough.
Not the slightest. All it does is give me some paperwork.
Right.
And then continues to sit there and still talk dumb shit. Mind you, this is one of the ugliest fucking kids I've ever seen in my life. I'm just saying. He might be one of the ugliest kids I've ever seen in my life.
All you have to do is get out the car.
File your paperwork. You want me to get out my car to talk to me about what? There's nothing to talk about.
This is not your car. You're absolutely flying down the road at 70 miles an hour in a 45.
Never had a police
Also
tell me to step out the car to ask a simple question.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's
Never.
a firearm within like 2 feet of both of our faces. Yeah, I'm gonna have you step out of the car.
But you're a woman there, Portia. You're a woman.
Not just that, you have an open THC container in the center console.
Okay.
Oh. All right.
Wrong
Who do you
mix
want
of
to pick
assessments.
up the car and the gun? I gotta be here in 30 minutes.
He looked like
What happened at home with y'all? What y'all so upset about?
All right. Who are we calling?
And then he continues to just talk shit.
We're at 7050 Jimmy Carter
Just
Boulevard.
tell them American Deli.
Do you know about how long
American
it'll take
Deli.
to get over here?
American Deli.
There's a lot of us.
American Deli.
7050.
American
Jimmy
Deli.
Carter 7050.
All right, now hang my phone up and lock my phone.
All right.
Hang my phone up and lock my shit.
For you to get here?
Hang it up and lock it. Hang it up and lock it. Hang it up and lock it.
He's a spoiled burb kid.
All right, now let go.
Yes, sir. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, my son detained.
Yes, sir. He's currently under arrest for obstruction.
Okay.
As well as a variety of other traffic charges.
Right.
Yeah, he was caught doing 70 and a 45. He was instructed to step out of the vehicle because there was a firearm on the dashboard, and we wanted to separate him from that, and he refused.
Did he express his fear for safety?
Like, and then did he express his fear for safety? That doesn't mean a fucking thing, T.I. It doesn't mean shit. Right now, granted, it should mean something. Hey guys, you guys are scaring me. I'm kind of afraid. Can I just sit here and wait? You know, I get that, but that don't fucking matter. Right? Saying you fear for your life does nothing for you. Right? And some people might disagree with me. In the moment of the stop, complying with whatever the officer tells you to do is what's going to fucking keep you alive. If you be combative and I don't want to get out the car, I feel for my life, I'm not getting out the car, I'm scared, I'm not getting out, they will break that fucking window and they will snatch you the fuck out of the car and beat your ass. But we watched the Chris Rock skit, How to Not Get Your Ass. We might have to rewatch that. How to Not Get Your Ass Kicked by the Police. We might have to rewatch that shit. Did he tell you that he's feared for his life? That don't mean a fucking thing. Yeah, then again, yeah, the Cybertruck is bulletproof. Yeah, he gave that stupid ass talking point. Did he tell you that he feared for? That don't mean a fucking thing, bro. They said the nigga had a gun. Like, yeah, let me show you. Let's go back real quick. Let's go right here.
He refused.
Did he express his fear for safety?
We got to be safe too. He's right there with gun. Right.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So there's absolutely no way to resolve this.
No, he was told multiple times that he needed to get out of the vehicle. He was even told that according to Supreme Court case law, he is required to exit a vehicle when he is requested to do so by a law enforcement officer. Pennsylvania versus Mims. He stated that.
You hear that? Pennsylvania versus Mims. Tell you guys that all the fucking time.
He was under arrest at the time. He was still continuing to refuse to exit the vehicle. And it wasn't until his lawyer called him back and said, "You need to get out of the car right now." When he got out of the car, was placed under arrest.
Now, salute to T.I. coming to his son's aid and actually being calm and then trying to work something out with the police officers. Salute to him for that. But T.I., you taught your fucking son wrong. Okay? Because I'm sure he got that whole I fear for my safety shit from you. Because you got it from somebody else. And now his ass is in the back of a fucking car where he don't have to be. He probably was just going to get a fucking warning or a fucking speeding citation and he would have been on his way. He'd have been on his way. No. He put out that goofy ass talking point. And then, damn. That was her? Anyway. He put out that goofy ass talking point and now your son in jail because of some ill information that you gave him. Yeah, he's a little special. He is an ugly kid. Sorry, y'all. He is. I don't know if you're supposed to call kids ugly, but golly, mighty, that's an ugly boy. He lucky he got money. I just want to show you this because
Did you hear about Ashlee, the influencer from Miami,
Let's see what she
fiance says she hung herself on her birthday, and everybody says he's lying and he needs to be investigated. Trigger warning. According to rumors and gossip, which may or may not be true, Ashlee Janae, an IG model and soft life influencer, flew to Tanzania to celebrate her 31st birthday with her boyfriend, Joe McCann. And shortly after, she disappeared completely. According to Ashlee's latest Instagram post, she was having a fabulous time in Tanzania with her boyfriend, taking glamorous pictures, spending time with animals, and even being proposed to during the trip. A week later, everybody's wondering what happened after a woman named Savannah Britt came to Twitter to share this shocking message. She wrote, "We need justice for my friend Ashlee Janae, who was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania, and her fiance, Joe McCann, claims she hung herself. And anyone who knows Ash knows she would never commit suicide. We need answers now." Ashlee, who reportedly represented the soft life, shared some questionable posts about Black men and men in general. But in her latest post, she seemed to have finally met a man who could give her the experiences that she wanted. Sadly, those experiences included a one-way trip to Tanzania. Although there have been no official reports about her death, Ashlee has not posted to her social media since her birthday, and everyone believes the rumors that she is dead, but no one believes that she would end her life that way, not on her birthday. What's crazy is, after some digging, netizens found old comments where a fan warned her that her boyfriend was going to kill. Justice for my friend Ashlee's boyfriend was going to kill her.
See, this is the thing, right? I hate when people do that. They'll say something like, they'll say this shit right here, and they'll look at that as like evidence. Like this bitch Miss Cleo, and she saw through the future and shit. You know what I mean?
And when you look at Joe's social media, he has never mentioned Ashlee at all. In fact, he's continued to post after she was reported dead, like nothing ever happened. Again, none of this story has been verified, but it's all everyone is talking about.
Again, none of this shit I'm saying is verified. Yeah. 963,000 views. I'm saying all this shit for 2 minutes and 27 seconds, but nothing is verified. Man. Yeah, so the way the story is that she died at the hospital. She died at the hospital. Apparently she was like unconscious. They found her unresponsive, but she still had, I guess, a pulse or whatever in labor, like I guess maybe a faint, whatever. You get me? And then she died at the hospital from whatever they call it. Not asphyxiation. It was some other word to use. Hydra something. But I don't know. I don't think he killed her either. I think they just saw a white man with a black girl, and then immediately he tried to kill her. Just like the story I just told you about with the lady. Here, was this it? Look. Same shit here.
He blamed online for his wife's disappearance. How do you live that down? According to The Root, when Linda Brown, a white special education teacher in Chicago, vanished on her way to, well, a standing acupuncture appointment days after the new year rang in, her husband, Antoine Brown, made public plea for her safe return and any information leading to her whereabouts. Online users would go on to falsely accuse Antoine.
It's not my computer. Her fucking noise gate cancellation is up so fucking high that she would have to scream into her microphone for us to hear every word she says. Hey man, did I go too far?
Reported missing January 4th. Last seen near the 4500 block of South Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in the city's Bronzeville neighborhood where she lives. CBS News reported.
Now that's a fucking red flag. She lives on Martin Luther King Boulevard or Martin Luther King Drive. We all know anything Martin Luther King Jr. Nothing good happening around there.
Chicago local news channel ABC7 reported how Antoine said Linda was in the bed when I went upstairs. Everything was fine. Don't know when she got up. But when he woke up the next morning around 8:30, he says there was no sign of her. I thought she went to acupuncture because she goes to acupuncture on Saturdays. He recalled how his wife recently took a leave of absence from work for mental health treatment.
She might be going to acupuncture, all right.
Although she planned on returning to her job when school resumed. However, he claimed as that day approached, Brown's struggles with anxiety and panic attacks worsened. Brown remains missing. Many were initially skeptical of her.
So Like I said, they was everybody TikTok fucking true crime motherfuckers was dragging this. He killed her. I know it. He killed her. He's guilty. He's guilty. Hang that nigga. Kind of found out he ain't do it. He found her. He found her somewhere, but it wasn't him. It was like some camera footage. I forgot what it was, but she killed herself, essentially. And they was trying to take this nigga down. It's like I said. Sorry, guys. It's like I said, they all people always trying to, I don't know. Well, Unc used to say they always want to put extra seasoning on shit. You know what I mean? Make things worse than they are. I mean, we all got a bias or whatever, and we all get caught up in the hype. But sometimes you gotta take a step back and just be like, you know what? What is it? Yeah, like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong for this. All right, check this one out.
Playing, but for real. First of all, your flights get paid for. Your flights and your travel. If you want to tell you motherfuckers something that's talking about 550 too low, you really need to be 500. Nah, I'm just playing, but for real. First of all, your flights get paid for. Your flights and your
I don't know why she sound like she fucking need an oxygen tank. But it's global.
Travel. If you want to have pay, then pay for your own flights and on your own travel. And see how much them $500 flight tickets. Bitch, you think I'm finna pay you $1,200 a week and pay? I take flights every day. You think I'm finna pay $500 for you a flight every day plus pay? No, they don't work like that. Anyways, after that, half the shit on that list you don't gotta do for real.
It's old.
It's just
This old. How old is this? I just seen it. All right. She smoked 5 blunts a day. So basically what she's saying is that she wanted to pay, I guess, her personal assistant $550 a week. I'm like, damn, that's kind of low. But her reasoning is like, yo, I pay for all this other shit for you. I pay for your flights. I pay for your meals. I pay for this. I pay for that. I pay for this. I pay for that. And this is what I think that, after all of this shit is said and done, this is your compensation. Now, I didn't know what to think about that. I was like, I get it. But $550 a week is not, you can't live off that shit. Right? You can't, it's not enough to stack up and do other things. She just beholden to you. Now for an intern, like a young intern in college or something like that, yeah. Yep. That ain't bad until you get out of college and start doing your own thing. But as a grown ass person, I wouldn't be looking for this fucking job unless you just want the job for the limelight and for the lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, I mean, she can do what she wants. If somebody takes this job for $550 a week, that's on them. At least she told you what she gonna pay you. This is why, and I ain't paying you no more, no less. If you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. But you have people dragging her for this shit from what I can see. I don't know why. She's saying, yo, this is what it is. You can want it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Exactly, Montoya. But you never know. You could flip that. You might be there for $550 a week, and then you fuck around, become like a social media icon because you with Glorilla. Now you posting on your Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? This is another one I wanted y'all to look at. This one right here, I might go off on this one. Check it out.
From one driver to another, there has been some talk that UPS has been hiding little cameras in our trucks in like the vents, and the unions apparently know about this. So if you feel like, maybe check in your vents, because apparently they're watching us, and not just with lytics. They are full on recording us in our trucks, in our cabs, in the back of our trucks. So if you're a man and you like to pee in the back of your truck, maybe be careful when you do that. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place anyway, because that's gross. But like me as a woman, sometimes I switch out of my pants and my shorts if it's too hot or whatever. But yeah, just so you know, they are recording you, and Yes, it's against the contract, so just make sure that you guys are super aware, be aware of your surroundings. Also, they are renting out cars and they are recording us in rented cars. They're following us, you know, not in our center, not yet, but just make sure that you're minding your P's and Q's, follow all the rules, do everything that you're supposed to do. They're looking to get us, but you know, do what you do, follow the rules, be the best driver that you can be. But yeah, be careful. Bye.
Yeah, it's not your truck. It's not your truck. Right? I hear stories about the shit that people do on these UPS trucks, right? Not to mention packages coming up missing in the trucks that the drivers are stealing the packages. I don't know a couple people who got their shoes took out of the back of the UPS truck by a driver or something. Recording inside of GM4 cars, I bet they are. That's fucking crazy, but I bet they are. But these are their vehicles. Right? This is not a fucking public restroom. This isn't a hotel room. This is not even your fucking office. This is your truck that you drive for them with valuable packages in the back. Right? Some worth a lot of money, some not. I get having a front-facing camera to watch, see if y'all get in an accident, but a camera inside the storage area where all of the packages are that you're delivering, yeah, they got the right to do that shit. Not because they want to spy on you, to make sure that nothing go missing or you ain't doing some dumbass shit in the fucking truck. Like, I don't know, stopping at your girlfriend's house to get some pussy in the back of the UPS truck. Right? Now, I do agree with that, Melissa. The company should let you know you're being recorded. But at the same time, I could see some niggas disabling those cameras if they knew they were being recorded. All right? I'm just saying. No rubbing one out on a shift. You better go in the fucking McDonald's bathroom or some shit. You know? Now, I know that some of them people might see it as like an invasion of their privacy, but it's not your fucking property. It's not your property. Now, if they do start recording you inside of GM and Ford trucks and shit like that, then you got a class action lawsuit on your hands because that is your property. That car is your car. That is your personal vehicle. If a third party is watching you in there, then that is an invasion of your privacy. The human centipede clause is crazy. So I don't think I got an issue with UPS putting extra cameras in there. I don't. Consider some of these fucking degenerate drivers. Not all the drivers are degenerate, but you got some that are degenerates and they steal. They fucking steal. Okay? But I digress. Let me see if I got anything else before we get out of here for the night. See if I got anything on IG. It's everything on my X. Damn, I shouldn't have turned the air conditioner off. I came in the house today, they had the air conditioner on fucking ice. Shit was like 68 degrees. It was freezing in here. I was like, who turned the air conditioning on 68 degrees? Y'all is tripping. Because they don't pay the fucking electric bill. I do. It's because they don't pay the electric bill. I pay the goddamn electric bill. It's fucking, what the fuck? You keep that shit on 72. 72 is where that shit should stay. Period. Where we at? Here we go.
Watch out for them extra cool niggas, you heard me? You know the ones that's real mannerable, take care of their kids, you see them every day, they showing love. You know what I'm saying? They real stern with it, right? Watch out for them, man. Stay out of their way, man, because guess what? Them the ones that'll crash out the quickest and the hardest. And I mean the hardest and quick. I'm talking about crazy work. You understand? And they're extra cool and nice so they won't ever have to go there with you because they really don't want to go there. Because when it's up, it be stuck and they don't give a, you know what I mean? So watch out for them extra cool, respectable dudes, man. Hey, yo, real quick.
He ain't lying, yo. Shout out to us. He's right, yo. He's right. Like, I tell people all the time, like, yo, I'm an easygoing person. I even go out my way to apologize for being in the way, even when I'm not in the way. But if you get me to that point where I don't care, or you get me to that point where I feel like I gotta hurt you, there's no coming back. I mean that like now I gotta hurt you. And I gotta make an example out of you. And I'm not that type of person. My toys, I put a shirt on, at least a tank top. I'm not that type of person, but if you get me to that point, it's a fucking problem. It is a fucking problem. So he ain't lying about that. Where we at now? This shit was hilarious. This shit was fucking hilarious. I laughed. I slapped a knee on that one. I was like, hey, yo, this shit is fucking funny. This nigga is dressed as Pikachu next to... Hey, yo, that shit is fucking hilarious. Jeez. You right, though. At least he could have been a fucking holographic Charizard. Maybe he would have got off on the ticket. You know what I mean? Oh, man, that shit is fucking funny. This nigga look crazy. Let's see this.
All right, y'all, come with me. We're going to open carry over at Dunkin' Donuts. Everyone says that they are going to kick me out. Let's go find out what happens.
Okay, so walking into Dunkin' Donuts, I definitely started getting hardcore stares the second I walked in. The employees actually did notice I'm open carrying because I could hear them talking about me when they were making their sandwiches.
Say that America runs on Dunkin'. Nobody kicked me out. All right, y'all, so you guys pick the place and I go. Where do you want to see me open carry next? All right, y'all, come with me. We're...
Don't ever do this, people. Okay? Don't ever do this. All right? Now, first off, I'm not a fan of open carrying unless I have to absolutely open carry. If the law is I can't conceal carry, but I can open carry my gun, then I will have to, unfortunately, open carry my gun. Okay? But don't do this shit to antagonize people. Shit go wrong. Shit goes wrong. Now you're goofy ass banned from Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I know, like, I can open carry my gun in Maryland because I have a handgun permit, right? It's not a concealed anymore because they like, you can open carry. But I don't because it makes people uncomfortable. Okay? 2, why do you want anybody to know you got it? I think it's a waste. It's just a waste. Like, why do it? Yeah, you can, but why? Colorado, yeah, a lot of states is where you don't need a permit to open carry. You can, but you need one to conceal. But I just don't like why. You know what I mean? Now I get it if that's your only option is to conceal the open carry. But but why? Like why antagonize? I disagree with it. Two. See this here? Anybody know what the problem is? Right here with her fucking gun. Can anybody tell me what the problem is with her fucking gun? Anybody? I don't got the fucking Jeopardy music like HJ. I'll tell you what it is. She has no fucking retention on her fucking gun. She has no retention. She's open carrying her gun with no retention on it. Okay? And what I mean by that is there's nothing keeping that gun. There's nothing keeping somebody from just pulling that bitch off her fucking hip. It's nothing. If she in line and she la 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 and somebody decided to just walk up on her, grab that motherfucker and snatch it off her hip, guess what? That gun going with whoever snatched it. Now everybody getting killed, including this dumb bitch. Now they done stole her gun. Now you got some fucking soccer mom who want to be big and bad who just got her gun took. Now she got to call the police and do a report. Her gun got took off her hip, out of her fucking T-Rex arms fucking holster that has no retention. None. I would show you. I'll show you. I got one on the thing. Hold on, y'all. So this is my holster. See something? YouTube, I'm about to give a tutorial. Head over to kick.com/CannonHotep. That's kick.com/CannonHotep if you want to see this tutorial. If you don't want to see the tutorial, then you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. But head over to kick.com, put it in the chat. Boom. It's in the chat. Click on it. And head over there. I'm about to give a tutorial. So appreciate you guys.